I think I skipped over you because you're not actually in the square. But I'm pretty sure you have a Shadow Pokemon too. So might as well get that out of the way. And before there's another stinker. Wooper and Loftus. Quagsire was in Colosseum, and Loftus is Loftus. I'm not really feeling either of these options. And of course it's going to be one of them though. Between the two, Wooper's a pure winner, if only just because Wooper's just a happy little fella that I can't really be mad at for long. I mean, it's not gonna get that lucky twice, right? I'm not gonna get a double flinch twice in a row. Oh hey. Right at this moment, even worse than flinching, but I guess I had to showcase it eventually. That's the Hyper Save we were talking about. Now, I could just call him out of that state, or her out of that state. But there's some fun things that you can do exclusively to that state. There are some drawbacks that the game doesn't really point out until later. For one, if I try to heal my Pokemon, you can't. The only way to get healed is with a healing machine. Cool, we got our first move, and I'm surprised this is actually a move that I would believe to be on air on. And actually, I was gonna say, like, if we go for Shadow Rush here now, there's a lot more. It's a lot more likely to crit in this hyper state. But Loftus is Loftus, and Wooper is. We don't want to knock out the Looper because I want to at least try to catch it. Oh, that's actually Suicune that has the most shot. That makes a little more sense for this randomizer. So yeah, I'm sure we'll have plenty of opportunities to showcase the hyper state in the future. I just want to push my luck with. I just don't want to go for the overkill. Besides, the sooner I get out of the hyper state, the sooner I can go back in, that I can call it again, and it can get purified later on down the road. I'm wondering what I'm doing wrong, because I feel like this Loftus shouldn't have been out in the field this long. I mean, it's not doing too much damage, all things considered, but still. Just be on the safe side, and you shall rush the. Because this Loftus needed to go like yesterday. And I think this is like, oh, that's Water Spout. I was thinking of the other water move. This looks very much like Spout. Water Sport, it must be then. That like makes you resistant to fire moves. It's like it's always on the water type, so it's always underwhelming because like I already resist the water type moves or the fire type moves, and then they have the audacity to just like. Ooh, it's gonna be one of these types of fights. You know what? Let's just. I'm risking it, but let's just. Oh yeah, I should have just freaking called. It just did a minute ago, but I forgot that Electabuzz had this Water Spout. It's like, let's showcase. Trying to do shadow moves while you're in the hyper state. Also, fun fact, easy way to convert out of a hyper state is to just frickin' die. Fame. You get what I mean. Of course, now you decide to go in the hyper state. It's fine, it's fine. We'll showcase the hyper state off with Suicune instead. After all, like, we got so many Pokeballs, I might as well burn them out now, because I get the feeling the later in the game we get, the harder it's going to be to find good opportunities to use it. There we go, nice solid crit, because of that hyper state ability. And I should have just Great Balled from the start. So that takes care of you. Hopefully the last thing we gotta worry about won't be nearly as bad. Thank you, game. Thank you. That is exactly what I needed to see right about now. Who cares? Wooper's apparently more stubborn than I thought if it doesn't get caught in a Pokeball right away. You're coming home with me. Did I fight you? No, I don't recall the battle fan line. Pretty sure you're new and you're gonna have a new Shadow Pokemon for us. Flaffy and Kabuto. That's so weird because I'm next to confident that this guy had a Shadow Flaffy in Vanilla Colosseum. Well, if I fought you, then I definitely must have not fought you. Alright, let's see what you got. What does the big one pull out for us this time? Vigoroth and Pidgeot. Definitely looking forward to seeing which of these end up being our Pokemon. And it's Vigoroth. So we got Shadow Vigoroth in this game. I never actually used Slacking in Colosseum. I can't even recall if I ever used it in the main series game. We could have some fun with this thing. Assuming it's not too much of a pain. Wonder if it's in snaggable range yet. Probably for a Great Ball. But Vine Whip. Well, here's the thing about, like, I mean, unless we get Stockpile, Swallow is literally useless to us. So, might as well. Yeah, that Minimize probably would have been useful to do like 2 turns ago. Oh well. At least to get another chance to get a Pokemon in here to get the purification gauge down enough. I probably should swap out Growlithe because I just remember I have the Ponyta, so probably not going to use Arcanine if I have Rapidash. And Suicune I think is already like purified enough to actually start getting experience when we use them in battle. So I guess Persian it is. I'm not even sure if I'm going to keep Persian. Yeah, and actually, wow, I'm getting, like, maybe I'm overthinking things, but I feel like I got a lot of options to play around with. If we keep Persian, it never could be useful for, like, whittling down Shadow Pokemon for snagging. But I can think of some fun to have with Vigoroth itself. Why not? I got Pokeballs. I say that, but if I am going to use it, I think it'd be cooler in the Great Ball anyways. So better odds. Better odds, cooler Pokeball. There's like no reason not to go this route. Alright, I don't know if I realized what I signed myself up for when I said like I wasn't going to end the stream until I took care of everyone in the square. Because I feel like we've almost spent like an hour just on this, but I swear it's worth it. Like, they put all these trainer fights with Shadow Pokemon so close together because they know that you're just starting out the game and you're gonna want to try to build out a team. So you gotta take what opportunities you get. And if this was Vanilla Colosseum, you'd actually be able to have, like, they have electric type, they have a ground type, they have a water type, a grass type. You got a wide, diverse team of. You can make a diverse team early on in the game just through the square in of itself. Can't quite say it's gonna be like we're gonna have as balanced of a team so early on. in this randomizer. Victory Bell and Maintain. Oh man, I wanted to use Lairon, but Shadow Metagross. Or it would be a Shadow Maintain. Metagross is a Pokemon I don't get to use too often. I mean, of course it's Victory Bell, but I won't complain. It's technically new for a randomizer. I don't think It wasn't for the fact that I just did Let's Go Eevee with 69. I normally wouldn't even use a Victory Bell. It's gonna be, if nothing else, a good option until we get other grass type options. And I can settle for that. Yeah, a little unfortunate timing that like I just got done using one in Let's Go Eevee, because I think besides that was literally the only time I've ever actually used a Victory Bell. Using the Shadow, I think this is like my first time even seeing its models in Colosseum, and some of them look pretty. Some of them are timeless. Victory Bells is not one of those, unfortunately. Yeah, I gotta call you out of that hyper state anyways. Or even if I don't, I could like actually capitalize on it to like get through some of these trainers a bit easier. Either way, you're a good ally to have out on the field right now. Crab Hammer would be resisted, but might be too strong. What moves do you have again? Horn Attack. I'm just gonna send out Growly for now, because that's something I can at least like get the purification gauge down a bit. Worst case scenario, I can just wait around a little bit and have it Shadow Rush itself a couple times to get into HP catching range, but it looks like this will be enough in of itself. Thank goodness. Alright, so if I'm not mistaken, just one more Pokemon to go. And we got quite a ragtag team of allies on our side already. The Shadow Rush move inflicts damage on any Pokemon without being affected by their type. It's very easy to use because it's not affected by type advantage at all. So people who struggle with their type charts, Shadow Rush is the move for you. So I may regret like not going back to heal, but like 2/4 of my team is just fine. Ooh. I want the Dratini. Please, Aaron. Please, the fates above. Make Rui look at the purple dragon. That is not a purple dragon. Ah well. I mean, we sort of kind of need a water type. I mean a ground type. Not sure how badly we need it with Lairon. Like, it's technically not ground type, but it's got similar typing, so similar resistances, and I know from all the 20 million times that I used Lairon in my playthroughs that it can Earthquake things. You can teach it Earthquake, and even without Stab, it seems to do just fine with it. Maybe that is enough reason of itself that I should use Rhyhorn over Lairon though. But that double weakness to like so many stuff. I mean, like, this is not gonna be the only Shadow. It's not like we're not gonna have any other options to use with Shadow Pokemon throughout the. This is not our only options for Shadow Pokemon throughout the entire game, but like, I always take going for the Square as the best opportunity to try to build up my team. I figure like it would especially be useful for a randomizer. So I feel like we should like, maybe we don't need to commit completely to a party after going for this place, but I feel like we should like have a pretty general idea of one or two Pokemon that we want to take for the majority of the adventure at least. Great Ball. I feel like I do this every time I do the Pokeball glitch. Just hesitate for 1 second of like, should I really do this? But before I can even finish the sentence, I'm like, nah, why not? Alright. A 1, a 2, a 3. I wonder if Great Ball's just busted in this game, because it feels like it... Maybe it's just my imagination, but it feels like the Great Ball works so much better than it has some other times. Then again, like the most recent game I played before this was Let's Go Eevee. So that probably like has some bias over my thing. Like when your most recent memory with using Pokeballs and such is the Let's Go games, is probably not a fair statement to say. What I'm trying to say is like catching Pokemon's a lot more hard, annoying, depending on who you ask, in the Let's Go games than otherwise. And that was supposed to be like a 50% accuracy move, and yet you got me. First try. Well played. Useful tip. Pokemon with Hyper State, their moves are more likely to get critical. Yeah, like, this is basically your tutorial area, top team building area. Well, if I was all healed up, I fight her just for the heck of it. But I'm pretty confident she doesn't have a Shadow Pokemon. Let's take a look at what we got before we go and build everything together. Like, at least put together the team I want to use for a while. I'm gonna have like a box of maybes and a box of probably not. Yeah, it'll be a fun factor to bring into the next stream to see, like, I freaking have a Suicune already. Alright, so just gonna save this all here. Yeah, look at that. We jumped from like 2 Shadow Pokemon. I think that was a well worth grind in of itself. So probably can't really raid because it's just me. But let's see who's around. At least that I can hold until TRG Colosseum comes back into play.